What is up, YouTube? I am here today again with another video, and we're going to be talking about glamour magic. So, Scott is Gray. That is my YouTube name. Okay, I'm working on feeling comfortable doing an intro because it low-key feels unnatural to me. But that's my intro. Scott is Gray, and I'm going to tell you how to do some glamour magic. Today, we're going to be working with one specific very key herb, rose. And I have some, look at how much I have. I literally have like nothing in here. That's how much I use this stuff. And I have another packet of it. Where can you get rose? You won't actually have to go on Amazon unless you want to. You want that 1 to 2 days shipping, okay? But if you don't, you can go to like your local Price Chopper and they're like kind of spices and seasonings. A lot of time they have herbs. Depending on the area you live in, any tea shops, or sometimes at Walmart, if you're brave enough to step foot in there, they have rose petals a lot of times too. You want to make sure if you're purchasing rose petals off the internet or even from the store that they are food grade rose petals. And sometimes it's not exactly gonna say food grade, but if you get them out of the spice aisle, they're normally food grade. If like on the packaging it'll tell you what it's for. So this one says like flavor, craftsmanship, natural spices, no preservatives. Basically, because when it comes to purchasing rose petals, a lot of these are used for things more like decoration and or like an actual rose, and a lot of times those are sprayed heavily with pesticides or fragrances, and you don't want to ingest and consume any of those. So make sure if you're purchasing your rose petals, they are food grade rose petals. Now, let's get into it. How do you use rose petals to enhance your beauty? A little explanation if you're not sure what glamour magic is and you're like, what the heck is she even talking about? Glamour magic is essentially using affirmations, words, candles, spells, and herbs to enhance your inner beauty, to make you look and feel more beautiful. Once you feel more beautiful, you look more beautiful on the outside, you become more radiant. You'll start to notice your skin is glowing all of a sudden. You'll start to notice people are complimenting you more on the same hairstyle you've had for weeks. People are giving you free stuff. People are giving you higher tips. I mean, it's amazing what it can do, and overall it boosts your self-concept. So when you're doing any other workings, you're automatically more comfortable. It's fun. You don't have to be a girl to do it, but you can be a guy and do it. Most of these tips are for your feminine energy when it comes to at least the ones that I'm going to be giving out, because I have a lot of feminine energy, and that's how I tap into my glamour magic, is through my feminine energy, and it's a feminine thing. So yeah, but if you're wondering what it is, that's basically what it is. So let's get into our first product. Here's the funny thing. So I actually don't have this product. I moved recently, and so I don't have all my stuff unpacked and I cannot find it, but I will tell you guys how to make this. I actually made this on accident. Okay, about 2-3 years ago, I was trying to figure out how to moisturize my hands. I had a weird phase where I wanted to be a hand model, and so a lot of people tell you use coconut and olive oil. I'll put the measurements on the screen because I don't know them off the top of my head. If you got food stamps, you can get your all your coconut and your olive oil out the food aisle, and you probably already got some in your house. I know. What else do you cook with? So get your coconut oil and your olive oil. Mix it into a container. Now keep in mind with coconut oil, it gets thick sometimes. So it's up to you if you want to get refined, or I think that's what it's called when it's like liquid permanently, or if you want to get fresh. It doesn't really make a huge difference. If you get the chunky kind, when you rub it on your skin, it will melt, so it's not a huge deal. Doesn't really matter. Coconut oil, olive oil, rose oil. Now I will put the exact one that I use because it's not just rose. It has a few other things in it, and I love it. It's on Amazon actually, and I put this on my skin. This makes your skin so freaking soft. If you're putting it on your face, only do the rose oil on your face. So once you do your daily routine, you're washing your face with whatever you use to wash your face, and just put some drops of rose oil on it. It also helps with acne, Like I said, I haven't used it clearly. I'm also pregnant, so my skin does what it wants. Put some right below your eyes, kind of where your cheeks are, on both sides, and then your forehead, and rub it in. When you do this to help enhance it, you can affirm, look in the mirror, use your affirmations, tell yourself that you're beautiful, and really look into your eyes. That really helps with mirror work, is really looking into your eyes, really looking at your face, really seeing yourself. And the first few times you do this, if you've never done it, it might be uncomfortable. Like, who is that, low key? But the more you do it, the more comfortable you're gonna get with it, and just continue to do it, honestly, until it becomes seamless and it starts to flow, and it's just like, oh, this is me, this is easy. Like, yeah, I have got this. So what I do is take a shower, or wet your skin if you're not like full on taking a shower, and then apply your lotion like normal. Probably lotion that's not scented, because all these three things are going to give you scent. So a lotion that's not heavily scented, apply that, and then apply your oils on top of that, and your skin is going to be super, super soft. A lot of people use like body butters, oils. You can add these three ingredients to your oil or to your body butter. Only thing I would say, just make sure you use your lotion first, because with just the oil, it can actually dry your skin out. So you want to make sure you've moisturized it with something water-based first, and that is your lotion. And it'll make you smell super good. It'll make your skin super soft. Just kind of rub it on your body and affirm you're confident, you're beautiful, you have the nicest, softest skin, you smell good, and it is an amazing combination. Like I said, I discovered this 2 years ago on accident, trying to make my hands softer, and I had already bought the rose oil, and I said, well, what if I had combined all three of them? And I went to work the next day and literally had people telling me like, oh my god, you smell so good. And I was a cashier at the time, so people were literally, you know, touching your hands on a daily basis, grabbing money from you, whatever it is. People, your hands are so soft. Like, I'm not trying to be weird, but your hands are soft. Or I'm not trying to be weird, but you smell super good. And I'm just like, oh, I know what that is. That is that concoction that I accidentally mixed together, and I continue to use it till this day, and I get compliments on it all the time. Number two, and I will insert a clip of me actually making this concoction, but this is for your hair. Your hair is your crown, okay, first of all, so you want to treat it with respect, love, and care. Even if you don't got your real hair in, that doesn't matter. As you can see, this is not my real hair. Please don't act dumb, okay? But I have still take care of it and everything the best I can. Rose water. Now we're gonna take it a step further, because who hasn't heard of rose water? We've all heard of rose water, whatever. Rose is actually extremely good for your hair, but what we're going to add to it is hibiscus and clove. I'm going to insert a clip of, I think I already said that, but I'm going to insert a clip of me making this. You're going to want to you're basically making tea for your hair. So you're bringing water to a boil, adding all three of these ingredients, waiting overnight, and then sticking it in the fridge. And you want to keep it in the fridge for up to a week. So don't make a crazy amount, just enough. And when you spray your hair, it depends on your hair type, but if you got 4C, any type 4 hair, most of us use water on our hair daily anyway. So you're basically using that to replace your daily water, is this new rose water. If you have a different hair type, I'm not really sure. I think a lot of people wash their hair every day. That's how you would use that. I can only speak on people with my hair type. But essentially spray this into your hair. It's gonna, one, help your hair grow like crazy. Two, it's gonna smell extremely good. Rose petals, cloves, hibiscus. You can do your own research. They all have extremely amazing properties when it comes to keeping your hair healthy and strong. And they smell good together. And like I said, with any of these, my number one thing is be in the mirror and affirm. As you're doing your hair, you're brushing this through your hair, spraying it through your hair. My hair looks good, I'm radiant. And these are all also herbs that have to do with love and attraction. Hibiscus is one of the big love herbs. It's known for a more passionate type of love, whereas rose is known for a more affectionate, soft type of love, and cloves is kind of known for a commanding type of love, if you will. If you actually ever like smelled or tasted cloves, they kind of have a spice to them. It's kind of like addicting. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the aura that cloves has is just crazy. Like it just makes you want to be around, and it's warming. I don't know how to explain it. If you know, you know. But mixing all three of these together gives you the powerhouse of amazing love, smelling good, hair that's gonna grow good, and you're gonna look amazing and beautiful. Another tip, not part of your, just an extra tip I got for you: when you're braiding your hair, braid affirmations into your hair. This is an ancient practice from all the way back in the day that a lot of people used to do. As you're braiding your hair, affirm. And so you're braiding the affirmations into your hair, and that's supposed to make it where you're basically sealing these affirmations so you don't gotta repeat them and stuff like that. Now, obviously, if you have like box braids, that would take, you're gonna affirm every time you have a braid, so keep that in mind. But if you're doing something like 2 braids or you got 1 braid in the front, I really encourage you to use your water, spray the water and affirm as you're actually braiding it to seal and lock in. You can also use rose oil on your hair, but I wouldn't recommend using the body oil I talked about in your hair because it would be heavy, a lot of heavy oils combined together at that point. Here's another one I accidentally discovered. We're gonna talk 2 ingredients here: rose hips and rose petals. 2 different parts of the same plant. I have a certification in herbalism, so when I was in school, I ended up experimenting with a lot of different herbs and taste and flavors just to see what kind of concoctions you would get. And I used to drink rose hips and rose petals. I used to drink rose petal tea, and I noticed I felt really good after drinking it. And I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this just puts me in the best mood ever. And when I did some research, rose petals do make you feel good. I don't know exactly what it says on Google. Something about it being similar to, known to lift your mood, essentially. And I'll put a screenshot of that information because I Googled it before. But this is a very simple, amazing tea. If you already drink coffee or something, maybe if you drink 2 cups, or replace this with about half of your coffee. Does that make sense? Like, drink only half a cup of coffee instead of the whole cup of coffee, and also make this cup of tea, okay? So it's very simple. Everybody should have this in their house. Black tea, Lipton tea. If you don't have that, why? Okay. And rose petals, literally, that's it. You can use milk or water to make this. I prefer most of my teas to be milk teas, specifically with like oat milk or almond milk. I don't really like cow's milk in my tea because it's too milky, if that makes sense. But water is also something you can use. You're simply going to bring the pot to a boil, add in your rose petals for about 2 to 3 minutes while the water is still boiling, and also your black tea. Then you're gonna want to let that sit. You can turn the pot down at this time. Let it sit and cool off for about 10 to 15 minutes. Pour it in a cup. Add your honey or sugar. I prefer honey because when you're doing affirmations, you're doing workings, honey, as I've got it next to me because I use it so much, it's one of the most powerful things ever when it comes to love and glamour magic. It is literally that girl down to a T. So if you can use honey, I know some people might have dietary restrictions, but if you can use honey, 100% do it. Sugar does work too. It is also very powerful when it comes to sweetening. You've seen it in sweetening spells. Okay. You're going to want to add these 2. You're going to want to stir it. Some people will tell you clockwise. Some people will tell you kind of counterclockwise. Unpopular opinion. It don't matter which way you stir it. Intention is so much of what you're doing. So if you stir it one way, you stir it the other way, it doesn't matter. What are you thinking as you're doing this? And what you should be thinking is about how you were feeling. Really smell this tea. It has a very addicting, good smell to it. And you're going to want to say, those affirmations. I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am confident, things come to me easily. People love giving me compliments. I'm confident. I probably already said that. I'll give you a list on the screen because I'm not good at thinking at the top of my head. But say your affirmations into this tea while you stir it. Let it sit for about 2 more minutes and then drink your tea. And you can either reaffirm if you want to or don't. The tea is already charged. So when we talk about water having memory, milk has water. Okay, any liquids, tea is literally just water with herbs. And you just brought all that energy out of these very powerful herbs and you're now consuming it. So when you see studies where people say when you talk to water and then you drink it, it's been shown to do different things. That's essentially what you're doing in this practice. So there's definitely some science behind it. But if you want to feel glamorous, if you want to feel magical, if you want to feel beautiful, if you want to do some glamour work, this is Goddess Gray, and I've given you 3, low-key 4, tips on how to enhance your life using rose amongst other herbs. If you use or do any of these practices, please let me know in the comments below because I want to know your experience with using these things. And if you have any tips or tricks, comment them down below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe so I can post more. Bye.